Has been on fire lately, riding a 15-game hitting streak. He's quickly becoming the talk of the league. It's the San Francisco Giants and the Milwaukee Brewers. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers.
The second baseman, number 2.
Up.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Got him. One up, one down.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
Here comes Christian Yelich. He swings and fouls one off. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
2 down, nobody on. Tap to first. Devers. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We played an inning. No score.
Believe in them schemes if you want to. Self-motivation is a virtue, and the lack of that can truly hurt you. It takes us to save us.
Man at first. And up next for San Francisco, Eddie Brock. Brock mashed a couple of homers in his last game. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Carrying well. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. Back here in Milwaukee, ready to go for the last half of the inning. So the Milwaukee Brewers are hovering around 500, about a third of the way into this season. And Singy, they had high expectations coming into the year, and so far they look the part completely.
For sure, Boog. I mean, these guys are winning at a very high rate, competitive in every single game. It's been impressive. Plenty of season still to go, of course, but they look like a team that's built for October.
The 0-2. Strike him out looking.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Andrew Vaughn now.
A lot of clutch hitting from him recently. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
In the air to left center. Bader under it. Brings it in, and there's 2 away.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, number 9.
Now here's Jake Bauers.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Bauers in his 7th season, 30 years old now, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2013. In there at the knees, that is strike 2. Got him swinging. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers.
I looked out the window, saw the sun shining, made me feel real hope that better days are coming for all my kinfolk. In the past, all the days where you been broke, been hurt, been scarred, been hard.
On the ground, out to short. In time to Devers. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Batting 8th, the third baseman, number 6, David.
Now the third baseman, David Hamilton. Right through there for a strike. On the ground to third, and it goes just foul. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Took that screwball up there and got him to swing through it. It's kind of part changeup, part curveball, a reverse curveball, I guess, and clearly it's got some good movement on it. We just don't get to see a good one very often, so it's kind of fun to see, and that was a great one right there.
Joey Ortiz at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
2 down, nobody on. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him swinging for the strikeout. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. 9 straight retired here to start the game. This is Giants baseball on the show NorCal. Brock digs in, 2 down, nobody on. This pitcher's barely broken a dozen pitches per inning so far.
Yeah, it's time to foul a few off, Boog. Smart batters know it's not just about hits. It's about getting that pitch count moving north before it's too late.
That's ripped into the outfield, and that's got extra bases written all over it. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out, and that extends his hitting streak yet again. This is starting to get pretty interesting, Singy.
Yeah, and the way he's going, it seems like there's no end in sight. This is a guy that no pitcher wants to face right now, especially with runners on base. I mean, he's doing all the little things right, and it just seems like he's in cruise control at the plate.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Daniel Susak getting ready to hit. Hit on the ground to short. Ortiz tosses to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Brock back on the mound. The margin is slim, and the bats are big.
Yeah, this is a dangerous part of the lineup, Boog, but a little execution goes a long way.
Little chopper rolls foul.
Well, these Brewers just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result. Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now it's Christian Yelich.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
On the ground, Adames. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Up next for the Brewers, the center fielder, number 10.
And now the center fielder, Sal Frelick. Grounded out his first time up. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. Now it's the right fielder, Jackson Chourio. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a bouncer. Devers. And they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. Through 4, still tied. Zip, zip. Back here at American Family Field, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Andrew Vaughn up now for the Brewers. And a foul ball.
Well, these Brewers just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Brock looking to recover after the leadoff hitter gets on.
Well, 1 on, no outs, and the pitcher's job now is controlling the situation. Focus on this next hitter and move on.
Bowers swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today. And that's in for a strike.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. To Adames, that's 1. To first, double play. Nicely done.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
The catcher, William Contreras.
And now it's William Contreras. Grounded out his first time up. And he takes a strike. Contreras recently taking home Player of the Month honors. Swings through that one for strike 2. To third, Chapman. The throw to first, and that is that. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. You're watching San Francisco Giants baseball on the show NorCal. Brock back at it. Quite the pitcher's duel so far, Siggy.
Yeah, we've seen an absolute gem from both sides, Boog, and even with the game deadlock, they're both dictating tempo out there. That's veteran presence.
The 0-2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. Hamilton wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And the strike is overturned after review. Still 2 challenges left for them. Strike 3, struck him out for the 3rd time today.
Got a pitch to hit right there with 2 strikes, but just couldn't get a piece. Tell you what, that screwball is so unique and it's so rarely seen. I think it can be tough for any hitter just to get a piece of it, no matter where it's placed. As a hitter, you're just not used to seeing a pitch moving that way and getting on the same plane as it comes into the hitting zone.
Curveball drops in for a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Struck him out looking. Strikeout number 8.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. This is Bryce Terang. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. That is the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. This is Giants baseball on the show NorCal. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Abner Uribe.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Leading off with the Giants, the designated hitter, Eddie Ross.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. That one carrying. That ball has just been voted off the island. And they jump in front in the 7th. It's 1-0.
Nothing better than hitting a home run to put your team out in front. He's enjoying a fun trip around the bases. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Set for the last half of the 7th. Christian Yelich. Up now, top 5 at OPS and climbing. It's been a loud season for him.
Yeah, he's walking, slugging, and raking. A total threat for this lineup. You can count on competitive at-bats every time.
Chapman over to first in time. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Here's the center fielder, Sal Frelick. 1 for 2.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong and their timing's off.
Rolled slowly to first, but it kicks foul.
Well, the guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. As a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Looking to get the tying run on base. In the air, right field. Lee on the move. That's out number 2.
Up deck for the Brewers, the right fielder, Jackson.
So next, it's the Brewers cleanup hitter, Jackson Chourio. This one in the air, center field. Bader settles under this one, and that is that. still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. You're watching San Francisco Giants baseball on the show North. So 2 down, and now it's the Giants DH, Eddie Brock. He's already homered in this game. Hard hit to right center. Grabs it on the run. And that is that. Great work out of the Brewer bullpen right there. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Giants 1 and the Brewers nothing. This is Giants baseball on the show NorCal. Brock back at it, facing the top of the order again. Never an easy task, but he's handled himself well so far.
Yeah, I agree, but nothing's automatic here, Boog. One mistake could flip this whole thing.
Swing and a ground ball. Throws across the diamond. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Now here is Jake Bowers. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. There's a strike at the knees.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Contreras in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Two down, nobody on. Out to short, Adames. And that ends the inning. Totally dominant on the mound as he's through 8 without surrendering a run. You're watching San Francisco Giants baseball on the show North. Brock looking for the complete game. This crowd feels it. You know he wants the ball to finish this.
Yeah, Boog, you live for moments like these. Exciting for us as announcers as well. It's all about closing the door.
Fastball for a strike.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win. Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
One-run game, bottom 9. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog, get back on track. His team needs him.
Now it's the shortstop, Joey Ortiz, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. On the ground to first. Devers takes it himself. Just 1 out remaining for the Brewers.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
So they're down to their final out. And the batter now, Bryce Terang. On the ground, right side. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Giants take game 1 of the series on the road.
Terrific job in this game. He scattered 2 hits and pretty dominant. Efficient with his pitch count. Got himself all the way to the finish line and finished what he started.